Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... I'm kidding, we don't have an intro this time. We don't have an intro because it is not a Gacha review. It is, I know, a Minecraft review, but that doesn't sound... That's not so good a title. So, it doesn't roll as well. But yes, we're reviewing a Minecraft thing today, and Ghosty wants in, I just saw in the chat, so I'm going to deal with that immediately. And there you go, Ghosty. You are allowed in. Yay! The one person currently watching right now is going to be part of the conversation. That's fine, doesn't matter. Ghosty!
I've been listening to Script Doctor while editing the script for Monster Compendium.
Oh, just talking about that Walking Wednesday, actually.
Like, congratulations, I have fixed Ulsif the book. Ulsif opens the book.
Sometimes it is just that simple, you know?
Ulrich is no longer eating his friends.
That is also good. Yeah.
I've also, like, added in part of that section. You know, as you stated, it would, be fun to have something akin to Alita Battle Angels. However, I've never watched Alita Battle Angels before.
Oh, you should.
Like, I looked at it and I was like, because I never know if a movie is going to be terrible anymore. I don't know, I've just been burned by the industry far too much.
Well, it has been one of my recent favorites, so, take that for what you will.
In that case, we need to have a movie night one of these times.
Oh, good, because I actually bought it on YouTube, so I can just keep watching it over and over again. So yeah, fair enough. And yes, I was going to say hi, Blue, and also hello, Monet. Yes, that is correct. I am at my nan's
Yay!
house.
We have Monet with us.
I'm very impressed that you recognize the backgrounds after all this time. I know, always, haha.
For the longest time.
Indeed, and for the longest time, I have not heard anything from Alissa Scott. But today I am breaking that streak that was not an intentional streak, but is now nonetheless a streak. And that is my segue. Love Octagon.
Love Octagon.
Love Octagon is a thing that I saw in my notifications that I didn't know was happening, that was made by one of the previous voices of Geneva, actually. And that's that. And I met Alissa through a casting call that I did for Stromdorf University, which of course that show got cancelled. But I then cast Alissa in the Mutant Girl afterwards, and now I guess I get to see this and whatever emoji Mona is. There we go. Didn't show up on Restream, but it shows up on here.
Also, I've noticed this is called Love Octagon, and I'm immediately very nervous.
Yeah, I am worried about that. But then again, the actual episode title is Fashion Spies, so I don't know that concept. I mean, it sounds like totally spies, but again, who knows? Because I have no context for any of this, and all the description says about it is it's finally here. Besides getting 5 hours of sleep in 48 hours, I think this went really well. And now I welcome you to the world of Love Octagon Moi. And then it's a bunch of credits. So...
when I hear the term Love Octagon, I think Love Triangle just with more points, and I'm already very nervous.
Well, let's see if I can put your worries to rest. How many named characters are there in the voice actor credits? Let's see. There is Monica, Vanessa, Drew, Connor, Felix, Leo, Tristan, modeling agency worker, and neighbor. There are 9. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Did I use my thumb? No, I didn't. I skipped my thumb. There's 8 of them. Ah!
Of course, Jacob. We're not going to meet all of the Octagon love interests in the first episode.
unless the models who work on the neighbor are going to be named in later episodes and they're just the ones in here. I don't know. But I also would be remiss if I don't point out a couple of things in these. So Model AC Worker is played by an actor called Hot Roblox Man 6969, but that person's YouTube handle is Hot Roblox Man 2314. So someone didn't get the handle they wanted when YouTube announced that update.
69, 69.
2314. Nice.
Like I was gonna say, hee but you sex.
There's also a credit in here which I love as well. It's like thanks to star degree sign full stop square sub degree sign. Like it's just like a, I don't know, it's some sort of star symbol. But that's the thing when this is going to be a side round that's been coming on for a long time. Sometimes crediting people when you work with them online is nightmarish just because their online usernames are horrendous sometimes to work in.
Just like me, basically a ghost.
No, your one works just fine. I mean, basically a ghost, basically ghosty. You get the idea. It's a brand. It's a general thing. But star sign thing here. There was at one point one of the voice actors whose username keeps changing, was a whole other issue, who just had a channel that was made with kanji, which of course I can't search up to then find to credits. And when I look up in Discord, it's the same username. So I have to scroll down through like everywhere. What group chat are you in to find stuff for you? Let me feature you. Let me give you the credit that you are due. Like, help me out.
Like, speaking of which, I love the skins, but looking at the stools, they're as high as the countertops.
Maybe they're the kind that that will like fall down, like they lower when someone sits on them. I was about to say pressure activated. That just sounds like it's like a trapdoor or something. Which they are spies, so maybe it is. Maybe that's how they they just go down. They just can't. They absolutely cannot invite house guests into the kitchen under any circumstances.
Yes, and here we have our lovely countertops. Don't sit there! Anyway.
You have a lovely kitchen. No!
I mean,
right.
the stools are for the cats. You have cats?
We had cats. They fell down the spy tube and never came out again.
The spy tube.
That's what it would be. You sit down, it like it descends down a tube into like the secret layer.
The agency has the cats now. We can't figure out how to get them back upstairs.
I just had an image of Major Monogram for Phineas and Ferb just being like, "We are now training your cats to be agents. You are not getting them back."
Anyway, let's continue with the love octagon.
Yes, okay, Love Octagon. It's a thing. I found the thing. Let's now watch the thing with our eyes.
Let's
go.
consume the thing with our faces.
What the heck are we watching today? Good question. I don't know.
Something that's not gacha related. It is a mystery show. It is a surprise element, as you would say.
Exactly, but it is made by someone who has been in a couple of Mutant Girl episodes, so connection? I don't know.
As long as we're not watching Atom Code Purple, I'm fine.
Fair enough. Nice panning shot to open things up.
Like,
I have done the dishes
Very
2 days
Afro-reminiscent.
in a row now. I'm not
Hold on, I can't hear what the person's saying. Wait a second.
doing them.
Well then, why is it clearly written on your chores list?
How should I know?
Okay, first thing to point out, the eyes. I do like that they're saying, I'm not even sure like if that was like timed in in real time or not. Either way, seems quite seamless to me in terms of the actual timing of it. I don't know about the actual smoothness of the animation or something because I can't really comment on that. But but I appreciate the effort.
Cass must have dropped in to
It
say
seemed
hey
like
and
two
wanted to
different
scope-
eye poses as opposed to like the animation.
Yeah, there was. Oh, that. Yeah, fair enough. There was two. There was two eye poses there. In that case, there was one change of eye pose before that I was too fast for me to point out before.
my free time.
Casper, that's the best you got. Your chore, your problem. Don't try and blame them on a poor fictional character.
Casper would at least have been nice about it.
What did you just say?
Now that was nice. That
Yeah,
was a
which
change of expression there.
yeah, I'm still trying to hear the dialogue though.
Nothing.
Yeah, I gotta say, the microphone quality is kind of poor.
It's not just the microphone quality. I think it's also the fact that it's not projecting that much.
You know
Not
what? It
projecting
doesn't
that
matter.
much. It could also be like an editing problem where they just didn't mix it well, and their voices are interfering. The music is interfering with their voices.
Maybe sound mixing is more complex than people think it is.
Matter. Just do the dishes, please.
I'm not getting paid to do it. Why should it be my job? Make Connor do them.
I did everything else.
I did everything else. Shut up.
Both of you hush. I'll do them. Connor, help me.
But
Connor.
I love that. I'll take the chore away from both of you, but one of you help out. What?
yes, ma'am.
Haha, relaxation is mine.
Don't relax too much or you'll get bed sores.
That's just disgusting.
Did we just reward a character for making a fuss about doing a chore and then by having the other two do the chore?
Yes, we did.
Someone move this damn box.
You
Oh,
have
okay.
2 hands for a reason.
You're an ass, Connor.
I try.
Yeah. Also, I did not check this beforehand. Did not realize there'd be swearing in this. So, whoops.
Go to hell.
Alissa will be proud that I'm reviewing her roleplay. Maybe, because there's a chance she'll also be horrified. I don't know.
We just kind of came.
Hi.
Jacob just kind of came across it on a whim, and I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. Honestly, it is always it's another one of those like mini gambles I take every time I choose something to review, where unless the person requests it specifically, there's always a chance that someone's going to be like mortified that their content's been featured on someone else's channel.
Like when you accidentally started to review the unedited, unpolished version of the first draft of the Monster Compendium script.
That was unintentional and also was due to file naming because I was not going to remember script.pilot whatever
Script dash
formatted.
pilot script dash pilot slash semi polished slash formatted.
See, case in point, I didn't remember it.
We'll meet you there.
I've
That
remembered
girl,
all of
I
it.
swear.
I know, I've been looking at it for like the last few months.
Exactly. Wow, 3 incredibly bored faces right off the bat.
Who are these people?
I think this is the intro. I think we're in the intro sequence now.
Don't look at me with those big ol' eyes.
There, see, I knew it. We are in the intro, and we get to see, renders of all of these characters that maybe show up later. I don't know. Look out for hot Roblox guy 6969 whatever.
Like, I think these are just all of like the main characters.
Yeah.
In which
I love
case,
this name as well, Dr. Nerd.
This is one thing I'll say. A big cast isn't a bad thing. I'm just interested to see how they juggle it.
Yeah, well, again, this person was in The Mutant Girl, not the one on screen, the one making the video. So, again, she's got a little bit of experience in this matter. And there it is, the Love Octagon.
Pause.
You want? Oh, so you want to talk about the logo, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. There we go.
Okay, straight off the bat, as someone who's a semi-professional in graphic design, I'm looking at this logo. Bam, easily recognizable. You could put that on like promo material, and I'd recognize this is from Love Octagon immediately. Aside from the name already being on it.
Honestly, even if you took the name out, you have the heart in the middle of the octagon, so it's Love Octagon, so it even implies what you're showing. So yeah.
Yeah, like the purpose of a logo is to essentially establish your brand, your series, your etc. through a visual medium. So it has to be one of these things, recognizable and streamlined. And you don't want it to be replicatable on mass format, but I gotta say this. One thing about the font is that it's really interesting, and if I could, I really want the name. That
Yeah, I've
font
never
is
actually seen this
lovely.
font before. That was a curious one.
If it is a handmade font, chef's kiss.
Oh yeah, honestly, didn't even consider that.
Ah! Swear if those guys don't shut up.
Don't make me raise my voice.
Oh, don't you good morning me.
I think those guys are throwing a party again.
Oh, those
Really, what gave you that impression?
little...
What do you mean, little?
Also, Monet's clearly into it. Riot! I predict a riot indeed.
They're adults, and they're taller than you.
That doesn't take much.
You have no room to talk. You're literally shorter than me. I am not done with you people, but I have some asses to beat.
Please turn down the music, Vanessa.
Oh wow, it's Mr. Diaz from Phoenix Drop Days.
Not now, plant boy.
What?
I
Okay.
saw you bring one plant home and suddenly you're the
Oh,
plant
plant boy,
guy.
okay.
But where's she going now?
We should follow her.
Okay, I do like the fact that they're not all just that they're not all friends right off the bat, even though these are all the main characters. I mean, some of them did it beforehand, but we're not entering too late into the game, and that's good.
Okay, which one of you?
They're united under the common cause of stopping, hooligans from making too much noise in the night. Which is a cause we can all find, really.
You stupid prepubescent punks has been blasting this awful crap.
Are you calling Dimeback bad music?
Dinebat? What, is that an actual band? Or is that made up for this? I'm not sure.
That's
Maybe
probably.
I
Hold on.
Thank you.
am. You
Wait, My Street Love Octagon would be a name Afmal would use. Actually, that makes too much sense.
Down bad?
Oh yeah, Down Bad makes more sense. I heard Dinebat for some reason. I don't know why.
interrupted my nap
down
with this
bad.
stupid music.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been sleeping at 2 p.m. in the damn afternoon!
Well, guess
Oh wow, that's a good point. I didn't even know what time frame we was working in.
what?
Okay.
You realize your
I looked it up. Down bad is a rapper.
Okay. And Dinebat is a thing that I made up, apparently.
choice in music sucks. What is with the emo shit? Who the hell are you channeling? Machine Gun Kelly? Roderick Heffley?
No, Down Bad literally just said right there. Like, what do you mean?
Bro,
By the way, I love you said Roderick Heffley. I almost didn't clock that. Good grief, please don't channel him, whatever you do.
up.
Whoa, hey, let's calm down.
Shut up.
I'm out of ideas.
Get rid of the music.
Well, start going to sleep at a normal time!
This is embarrassing.
Stop
never.
dressing like an American Eagle mannequin.
When did you turn into a fashion critic, huh?
Oh, you're
I'm a fashion spy, thank you very much.
Whatever.
Okay, now we're
Awkward.
getting into the love plot lines because that was blush.
Yeah, that was. Uh-huh.
One love.
Great.
Okay, one love interest down, 7 more to go.
Yeah, we have a line now. We're working up towards the Octagon.
You think?
Leo, get over here.
Wow, he's completely changed demeanor right off the bat. Is this like the first time that he's been touched by a female or something? Like, my goodness.
Dude, just turn
I've
it
been
down.
touched by a woman. Ah.
Oh, female.
Whoa. Hey, beautiful. What was it like when you fell from heaven?
And that's 2, so we've got the triangle. Fantastic.
It was about
Actually, no,
3.
she's hitting on a different girl.
Oh, okay, fine. 2 lines then.
I just accidentally called this guy a she.
Oh well.
Line?
Yeah, from the bowels of hell.
Shut the hell up, Leo.
I was just appreciating the view in front of me.
This guy has the vocabulary of Travis and like the smoothness of Pierce. That's an interesting combination.
You know these two, I'm guessing?
Do not remind me of that.
Connor, you've lived with her all these weeks and didn't tell me? That's a serious violation of the bro code.
Does
Oh
it
my
matter
word.
that I live with women?
Well, maybe not Vanessa, but... Ow, Nessa, what was that?
That was a delayed reaction. What was that about?
For?
Since you like to make such facetious comments, I just wanted to let you know when to shut up. My bad.
Why do you have to be such a bit...
Okay, let's all just get this straight.
Oh wow, you actually finally censored one of the swear words out of the 17 million so far in this video. Thank you for making my my job a bit easier. Like I can censor this anyway because it's live, but whatever.
Leo, it was nice to properly meet you. Drew, please turn the music down for our sake. Vanessa, pay for the door.
But he...
Now.
Got it.
I completely missed the fact there was a broken door. Okay.
Sorry, man. The scary lady said so.
I'll meet you guys back at home.
A little help would be nice, you know?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. While the
Yeah.
diegetic music is gone, the non-diegetic music kicks back in. Not a moment
Yeah.
of silence.
Yeah, it's like maybe like wait for a little bit during that, but it's yeah. Could have a bit more of a pause, maybe, right?
The wonderful
What do you
world
need
of
me to do?
diegetic and non-diegetic music.
Yeah.
Take Vanessa back to her room. I'll deal with the door.
What I gotta say
Come on,
about the
Vanessa.
non-diegetic music? Now that the drums and bass have stopped, we get to go back to lo-fi chill beats again.
Of course, much like the intro.
I won't
didn't
forget this,
clock
you
that as
brat!
at first I didn't clock it as an intro because there was no visual signifiers of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have taken if the song was different, possibly, and then maybe that would have been a bit more of a giveaway, just being like, okay, here's something else that's like immediately shows you the contrast, or like actually having a song with lyrics in there in order to match that up. But yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, a visual thing would have worked better too. Maybe like a filter
Or-
on the screen or a different way to frame the shots, or just
Like,
going straight into the character profiles and then having a few images later.
or you could just choose a different transition. Because
Yeah,
the
or a-
transition chosen would, typically be the one that you would use to, connect scenes together. However, if you're transitioning into an intro, you want to use something more visually distinctive.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it over here.
Felix.
You
these
blamed
are
them
not-
for playing the music. You thought it was. You thought it was the small, scary girl, but it wasn't.
So, you can go home now.
I'm aware. I'm here to discuss the payment of the door.
You're gonna pay for it?
Yes.
Is Vanessa your charity case or something?
Sometimes it seems that way. Oh, and don't flirt with Monica.
Why do you care?
Excuse
She's
me?
my
Could
best
you go back to that cut for a second?
I could try.
Felix!
Okay, I skipped this first time this year. That's, again, delayed reaction.
The music has been turned off, so you can go home now.
I'm aware. I'm here to discuss the payment of the door.
Watch
You're gonna
Monica's
pay for
head.
it?
Watch. Okay.
Yes.
Is Vanessa your charity case or something?
Sometimes it seems that way.
Okay. Yes, I see that cut there. So, yeah. I at least appreciate the effort of like trying to keep the pacing.
But that was a really awkward cut.
Yeah, it seems like there was a lot that was in there, more than usual. Like if you just like remove a couple of frames, usually it's not too bad. But yeah, something happened in there that just was not warranting of the pause.
Oh, and don't flirt with
Or,
Monica.
just as the director, watch the end of the previous scene you recorded, tell the body actor of Monica, hey, turn your head like you had it for a second, so when we cut back to the scene, it doesn't look abundantly awkward.
Why do you care?
She's my best friend. It's weird. Now, I'll pay.
Ah, yes, don't flirt with my best friend. It makes me uncomfortable. Great.
Like,
Solid
you
guy.
about $2 grand.
it would be Monica saying that she's uncomfortable, but this guy will do, I guess.
Of
For
course.
the door and for Vanessa's outburst in general.
Well, oh man, I can't say no to that.
Here's the check.
I thought you...
Wait, you already wrote up the check? You know what the price of the door was already? Like, without negotiating anything? Or, like, asking questions?
were bluffing.
You think,
What have I-
one thing I would have done in body acting is that I would have had him, like, holding a checkbook and just some scribbling, and just, like, maybe have some scribbling sounds while he writes the actual check.
From a story
Instead-
perspective, I would just had him not write a check and just ask how much it was first. But that too.
Never bluffed, Leo.
Thanks for that back there, but
Again, why that's such a long pause? Where they're just staring at each other. What is going on? That was a fade. You can start the fade from anywhere else.
really
He
didn't
looks
need
at
to give you
me.
that much-
And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him. He looks at me, and I look at him, and I
And
say,
then he says,
"What
line,
is-"
what's my line again? Someone? Line?
Oh, please. Monica, I won't even notice that small amount of money is
Like,
gone.
What small
Sometimes,
amounts of money? You didn't write anything on the check. You don't know how much money is going to take. It might be a blank check. You never know.
sometimes, I know the struggles of editing something like this. I did it back in the day when I was still doing Minecraft Fates. Not voice acted, but I gotta say, when you're editing something, go to sleep and come back to it in the morning. And you'll catch so many mistakes you made in editing. And even
guess
before
it's-
something like this comes out, give it a rewatch, and see if there are any obvious mistakes. That is something I like to call the creative pipeline.
I guess it's very appropriate that the one thing in the description that is mentioned is how little sleep the creator got because of this project.
Get more sleep. I will throw a pillow at you until you stop editing and go to bed so you can come back to this project with fresh eyes.
Here, take my Caitlyn one. I don't know. I see where I want that. It's warm.
Like, when editing, do not make the same mistake I did in high school. You know, step away from your project, take a deep breath, go get a snack, or go take a nap, go to bed, and come back to the project in the morning when you're in a good state of mind. That way you can watch it over, take out or re edit anything that seems awkward, and continue from there.
Hmm.
Because if not, you're going to make a lot of really obvious editing mistakes. You know, like people after a jump cut staring at each other for an awkwardly long time before speaking, or, you know, delayed reactions between character audio and voice acting.
That one might also have been down to the fact that when it was filmed, it wasn't actually timed correctly. There is a fix that I sort of do for that in drama clubs sometimes, where I'll just like take a section and just like isolate the section itself and then like speed it up ever so slightly, just so it's like not noticeable. There's a way of doing that, and it's, you know, might be a little bit finicky sometimes, but it does work.
Yeah, we get it. You're rolling in money.
Hey, tell that brat to keep her damn voice down. There are other people in this building, you know.
What? They weren't even speaking that loudly. What? Huh?
See you later, Monica.
What?
I think we just saw it again. Yeah, I saw it too, Ghosty. Yeah.
Why? There were a lot of really awkward cuts. I don't understand. My editing self on the inside is looking at this and sobbing. It's like, please, just.
Want to help me bake?
I'm good.
Fine. Be boring then.
I feel like that was an Aiden line for some reason. That's not really like a positive or negative. That just feels like an Aiden line. Want to help me bake? I don't know.
I was gonna make espresso cookies for your lame self, but you'll just have to miss out.
Don't bring the cookies into this. It's not my fault that I'm painting.
Don't bring the cookies into this, man. It's fine. Just chill, bruh. It's okay.
Like,
Meanwhile,
this
the
guy,
face.
like, this guy doesn't have much inflection in this voice, and I won't pick on the voice actors very much, but I will say, you could have asked him for a retake. That is your job as the director to, you know, request retakes when necessary.
Exactly. Or alternatively, because the line of like, you know, the delivery of like, oh, don't worry, this is fine, it's okay, relax. It works as long as the body acting isn't this. I don't know what was done first, because some people do body acting first and then voice acting. Other people do it the other way round. If it was body acting first, then it means a redirection. If it was voice acting first, then this face does not compute.
Yeah.
Drew, bake with me.
Hell no.
So rude.
Get out.
Jeez, party pooper.
Don't burn down the apartment.
Screw you.
Why would what? It's like the most casual thing ever. I don't know. It's like the same way someone says like "don't die" to someone, is like don't go, don't burn down the apartment with your anger. I guess like an Inside Out. I don't know.
Actually, no, he didn't even like say "don't burn down the apartment" angrily. There was like a hint of anger in the inflection in the voice actor's voice, so it was like "don't burn down the apartment," as in sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe that could have been sarcasm, and I didn't catch it, but it didn't sound sarcastic.
No idea.
What do you want, Tristan?
Will you please bake with me?
Saying please, evolution.
No.
Oh, well. Nice door shot, though. I feel like I should mention that at the very least, like the actual cinematography, even if it isn't like edited entirely as well as it could be, at the very least we have an actual variety of shots. It's to the point where, because I'm so accustomed to the way that it happens in my street, I'm not noticing like a major difference or anything that's lacking in them, and that's a good sign. The fact that I just completely overlooked it until I realized, wait a second, I should be talking about this. Because that's the point of this stuff, is to make it seem as natural as possible, not like it's actually like there. So successful.
Vanessa, where are you? The shoot starts in 10 minutes.
Finally.
I'm buying clothes at the soup store. I don't know. Fine.
Also, I'm about to say, finally, the inflection in the character's voice matches the expression.
Yeah.
What?
Both the previous person and this one now.
I swear to God, I set an alarm.
And not anymore.
Well, I guess God's got a grudge against your lazy ass. Hurry up.
I got it. Stop yelling at me like you're some patron saint. I'll be there when I get there. Where even are you anyway?
Do patron saints tend to yell? I mean, I don't know if that's what patron saints are necessarily known for. I know that they're religious by definition, but not everyone who's religious yells.
Waiting outside?
Oh.
Are you guys coming or not? We have to go.
Oh, come on. You don't have to yell. Don't you have to yell like some cat person? I don't know. Just making it up.
Just stay here then.
Cool, we'll be on our way now. Bye.
We?
We always play the Wii. I want to learn how to play a computer game.
Oh, Monica wants to be a pro gamer, just like me.
I'll never be as good as you, Connor.
I love that one computer game equals pro gamer. I guess that means I've been a pro gamer online since 2013. Hooray.
And like, however, there's just me over here who owns multiple games. For example, Project Zomboid, Water Dogs, Potion Craft, Digimon Cyber Sleuths.
Okay.
It's a small stretch.
It's the
I'm
truth.
more pro
I've
gamer
seen your
than that than I ever will be.
Yeah, well, have you played Super Mario 63 on Newgrounds?
streams.
No.
You watched them?
Sometimes, yeah.
Well then, time for you to graduate to a PC game.
Hurry, we're gonna be late to the shoot.
Ugh. Talk.
Why did you stop in the middle of the hall to keep talking about this if you're already late? Why not just keep going?
Ganashi's again.
Of course it is. Chop chop.
I hate that woman.
Maybe it was a bit difficult to have them talking whilst moving. That's a whole other set of, like, you know, camera techniques, I guess.
Leo,
I will admit it's much harder to do walking and talking in Minecraft than it is to do it in Gacha, which is why I champion it over there and, you know, here. It's like, fair enough.
I need a favor.
Go on.
I may or may not want to follow Vanessa to see her at the photo shoot.
Are you insane?
Yeah,
Dude,
good question.
Are you
Wow.
curious? She never invites people to watch her shoots.
Okay, that's probably because they tend to be, like, private events, usually.
Usually, usually when you're doing a fashion shoot, they don't let people come in and ogle the models.
Can you just imagine us being like, smile, Vanessa, smile. Oh, look, who's that? Who's that? It's your neighbor. Smile for your neighbor. Yes.
Why is your neighbor here?
Good girl, good Vanessa. Yes, big old grin. Oh, wait, we've got a scene from Josh to act out. Okay. Hey, Garrett, bake some brownies with me. Sure, Harvey, I'll help you. I can't, that's Mickey Mouse. I'm not going to do a Mrs. Dysart impression. Did you burn my brownies? I didn't mean to. It's okay, I have a lot of brownies left. That conflict resolved itself remarkably quickly. Okay, then.
I think she said it was Takahashi's.
Isn't
Oh,
weed
that's right down the road.
expensive?
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that if you just burn his weed brownies, you just like sniff the fumes would be fine, honestly.
Come on.
Wait, that was actually a joke in The Simpsons. One time where they're trying to get rid of all like the marijuana in the in the or maybe it was Family Guy, I forget which one. They're trying to get rid of all the marijuana in an area. They just like burnt it all in a pyre. So of course, what happened was they started like they had all of the drug addicts like around it actually sniffing it as it went up, like on the news. Anyway.
Why is this so form-fitting?
Girl,
Because that's what a lot of fashion is. They've got like, tailor-made or like, skin tight or whatever the term would be.
it's all good. Besides, you're only in it for like an hour.
Ugh.
Wow,
She
one outfit? That's a really ineffective photo shoot. Like, get a move on.
Okay. She's a model, yet she lives in an apartment.
It could happen. I mean, it doesn't necessarily like, like a top model or anything, like, the elite or anything. It very well could be this is just this is a local magazine or something. No
Like,
idea.
maybe.
Gotta run.
She's also. I also doubt she's 6 foot. Because I had a friend try out for modeling agency once, and because she was a few inches shorter than 6 foot, she couldn't be a fashion model.
I always heard the opposite. That there tends to be that people get turned down for being too tall, depending on the fashion models.
No, they're here in the US. They apparently just want tall fashion models, unless you're applying for a small magazine.
I guess explained then.
There's also weight expectations.
Well, yeah, because obviously, different size clothing. That's why they have the plus size category to begin with. And also because it just makes general common sense to do that, because, my goodness, like, actually, people need to be able to fit into the clothes they're trying to sell them. Most of the time in fashion, like, the high-end fashion or whatever. No.
Like, they didn't. What? They didn't even need a key card to get into this fashion modeling agency. They just used the elevator.
Again, kind of implies that this is not a very high-end fashion agency.
Should we find a perfect
Maybe,
spot to
but
watch
you
the
think
shoot?
there'll be at least some security.
Wait, I just realized something. That's why this episode's called Fashion Spies, because of these two pulling a Gareth and Lawrence on her, not because they actually are like become secret agents that also happen to have a high sense of fashion. I was so excited for that premise. That sounded amazing. And now we just have these two, these two,
Now we just
and
have these two fools bumbling around like idiots.
yeah, great.
We will say this is, an enjoyable watch so far, even though there are a few mistakes in editing.
Yeah, I could also say this does seem, but going back to what we said before about, I think it was Josh said something before about My Street. Actually, this could very well have been a My Street episode premise. Now that I'm thinking about it, in fact, it very nearly was, because there was that one time that Aphmau got, when she first got the job at the May Cafe. And Gareth, Lawrence, Dante, and Travis all made a point of being there just to see her in her maid outfit before Zane came out and scared them all. Oh well.
Zane is
so
the
weird.
real homie here.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
At least he was at that
You'd
point.
do the same thing if it was one of the many girls you simp over.
That's not the point.
Again, don't use that face unless the inflection works, or if you filmed it first, get the inflection to be done,
Yo, dudes, you here for the camera work? Because it's...
I mean, I clearly was in earshot of your entire conversation, but much like My Street again, I don't have any peripheral hearing. And I also just completely zoned you out of my field of vision, even though I'm staring right at you. So, what are you doing here?
Definitely not in the dressing rooms.
Yes, we are.
No worries, newbies. I bet you guys saw our model. She is stunning.
Yes, she...
Did you just say our model? As if like she's the only one employed by this agency?
I guess.
Is this modeling agency going down? Is that the premise of the show?
I don't know.
Shut it, Leo.
Maybe.
What's going on here?
To the cameras.
I mean, she's already seen you, but okay.
It's their first day. Be easy on them. They just got lost. No harm done.
She's like, oh, I'll be very easy on those two. Nothing will happen to them.
I would enjoy if she did that, but you know, my assumption is that she's going to react very confused.
Yeah.
Wh-
Well, there we go. You're right.
Done streaming?
Yeah, just in time.
Monica?
What in the world?
Did he have a Among Us poster?
Maybe. Let's have a look again. I also want to hear the one time that a line was laid on top of laid underneath another one at the same time, and it wasn't just like. That's another thing in this. The interruptions don't sound like interruptions. Like beforehand, that one sentence swear word that we had before still had a bit of a pause before the interruption came in. Whereas, of course, if this one, at least there's actual sound on different tracks. And yes, there is an Among Us poster there, just says imposters, which I guess is the in-universe equivalent.
Monica?
What in the world?
Can I use your guys' mixer?
Why does he still sound like he's calling from a distance, even though he's right in front of them now? I feel like he just didn't take off the filter. Again, rest thy weary head next time.
Rest thy weary head, or, you know, ask for retakes.
I feel like that would have been a bit of sound mixing thing if it was, you know, someone calling from a distance. If not, it sounds like it was recorded from a distance. You know, like if I did the whole video just like this.
Here to steal our mixer?
Positively.
Yeah, but make sure to give it back. You stole our spatula.
Drew broke it, and I already replaced it.
You take our food, too.
Did his microphone, like, break or something?
I feel like maybe he started off like calling from a distance, but then didn't realize that the rest of the lines weren't from a distance. That sounds like what would have happened.
And,
I'm sorry.
The director didn't bother asking for retakes.
Yeah, we've established that by now, yeah.
An issue.
What is all this, Ruckus?
Hey, Felix.
Do you usually
Monica.
just come in other people's houses when you hear ruckus happening?
No, but apparently everyone else here does. And Aiden, I would let you in, but we are like a couple of minutes away from the end. Actually, you know what? Sure. You know what? You come in. We can watch a Code Lyoko episode after this or something. I don't know.
Going far to sing fall that we love.
Or Super Pops. We can watch more Super Pops.
Also, hey Jacob, since you offered,
Yeah?
I do need something for Monster Compendium that I'll ask you for later.
Okie dokie! I know the first whatever character you want me to.
No.
I know that I made an offer for like, you know, slightly with Ulrich, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, anyway, hello Aiden.
Hi.
Alright, welcome to the last few minutes of this thing that we're watching.
Alright, wait, I haven't been here, so what have you guys actually been thinking about it so far? I watched it already in the past.
Like,
when-
it's good so far, but because the person who made it didn't sleep while editing, there is a few minor mistakes, like some ill-placed jump cuts that are really awkward, voice acting that could have been retaken, just a few, you know, basic mistakes.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys talked about this, but what did you actually guys think about, like, the designs of this Minecraft roleplay?
Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about that. We talked about like the eye pose and the fact that they actually do seem to change. But again, whenever I have to comment on designs, unless I have something very obvious to say, I kind of just, you know, freeze. So I haven't really said much at all. So
Okay, because
fire away.
I do kind of want to talk about it because I don't know. I have
I said
mixed
this color was a
feelings.
Diaz. That was
Yeah,
it.
I have mixed feelings about the designs and the general style of this roleplay. Because like the eyes they used and like the way they shade the hair isn't in the traditional Minecraft style, it's actually an art style, which I believe it's made by Alissa, right?
Yeah.
The series is, yeah. The art
Yeah.
itself, I'm gonna check
Oh.
that now while you talk.
Yeah, but I don't know if Alyssa made the art or someone else did. But I don't know how I feel about this style for Minecraft roleplays. It gives me like Minor Demon's Eyes vibes and stuff like that. But I don't know how I feel about Minecraft roleplays taking a non-traditional style design-wise, like with the hair shading and stuff like that. Because it's one thing to do the outfits, but then when you cover in like the faces and stuff like that, it doesn't look like Minecraft as much, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I have mixed feelings.
Like, to be honest, I get the feel that that is the purpose. Like, this story isn't rooted in Minecraft, so why keep the Minecrafty style?
I don't know. I feel like for me, at least, the Minecraft style just feels more like an iconic thing, I guess, and like just I don't know. Like there's something about the Minecraft style which is kind of nice.
Like, that's the thing.
That I
They're kind of
miss.
like wanting to leave the iconic to do something, you know, distinctive. I think this art style is really distinctive. Personally, I don't know how to feel about it either. Especially if you look at this. Look at the black guy's hair.
Yeah.
guy
Oh
with the
wait,
black-
part of the skin is showing, even though I don't know.
Yeah,
The overlay.
it's especially prominent if he moves his head. You can see even more skin.
Maybe he's just going balls. I don't know.
He's just balding in that one area.
Again, I freeze when talking about designs that just make an off joke sometimes.
I don't know, because like I feel like the outfits are fine and stuff like that. Maybe it's just the faces and the eyes that are throwing me off when I see it. It's just like the eyes just feel too small, and I don't like in medium in general. I don't like small eyes on like more realistic looking eyes. Like if you're gonna I don't know, I don't like more realistic looks of eyes when it comes to like other mediums because it just comes off kind of weird. Like the Pokemon anime even did it in like the Sun and Moon series where Ash had tiny eyes and it made his face look weird to me. Like I like the Journey's art style better in regards to the eyes because I don't know, I feel like eyes could be more expressive when you make them bigger than having them be
that's
small.
That's usually how it goes, yeah.
That's usually how it goes. Like, in contrast to Aiden, I'm kind of digging this. Mostly the bigger eyes on the guy with the black hair, as opposed to the smaller guy standing next to him, which has smaller eyes. I don't know, it's just the eye placement, especially on him, seems a little bit strange.
That's part of that might be why that, you know, that part of why they seem so distinctive is because the eyes being resized in proportion also make their faces much more human to us, particularly. And it all comes together. But I can also answer your question before about who did the art. It was our good old pal Bin of Trash again.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so I guess those HD assets are once again available, just in a different form. So
that's no, she came back to Minecraft, I believe. Also, one thing I will say about the guy with the black hair's design, one thing I want to change about it is making his eyes not black. Because I feel like it kind of would add, I don't know, I feel like having the hair be the same color as eyes isn't always the smartest choice, and even I did that in the past, and I probably shouldn't have did that. Like, I did that with Jason's design. They were, like, very similar colors to the hair.
I don't know, I kind of dig it.
I don't know, I kind of would prefer, like, a slight different eye color, like, maybe, like, a dark brown, maybe, would be better on him versus a full-on black, because, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can see it with like more gray.
I think he was designed this way as to be, you know, the straight-laced character, quote unquote.
And straight-laced characters must have black eyes. Anyway,
yeah.
Who is Bin of Trash? Bin of Trash is
the
Sorry,
wife? Is it a wife or girlfriend of Andy?
I forget.
Benetrash is the partner of Andy, aka the voice of Garth in Minecraft My Street. And also, she did all the art she did all like the HD skin assets and all like the HD skins for Aphmau during her roleplay days. And maybe nowadays, I don't know if she still works for Aphmau or not.
She also has a Wix portfolio.
Yeah, and an online store where you can actually buy those assets for yourself, which is, I'm assuming, how Alissa got them. Unless Alyssa's got more contact than she ever told us about. Which I hope not.
Join me and Felix baking?
Well, we have nothing to do.
No thanks, I just got done streaming.
What are you guys making?
This whole baking plot still
double
going
chocolate brownies.
Oh, I love those! I'm so...
Yeah, by the way, Aiden, you missed this before, but speaking of brownies, Josh did actually give a scene before with Harvey and Karis again.
Yeah, let's go.
Of course.
Up for it!
Because I made a joke before where I said that the line, hey, wanna help me bake? Like, just without any context, would sounded like an Aiden line. It wasn't a positive or a negative, just it reminds me of your style. And then I guess that just inspired Josh to do that, so there you go.
Let's go!
My headphone just crackled.
My headphone just crackled too.
Oh, so it wasn't just me. Okay, so that was an actual thing in the audio. Okay.
Although, one thing I will say as well about this, like, obviously the episode isn't over, but I do wonder what this roleplay is going for. If it's going for just a simple slice of life, if there's going to be an overarching narrative with these characters. Like,
I thought it was going to be a spy show, and I'm disappointed it's not going to be now.
Oh. And also, when I say overarching narrative, I mean anything could be an overarching narrative. Like, Season 3 of My Street technically had an overarching narrative. It just not in the regards of, like, Season 4 or Season 5, you know, with drama.
Like, I'm upset that the Mew Mew Cafe was introduced and then thoroughly dropped after the season in which it was introduced.
Yeah, the kawaii treat.
It was handled horribly. Like, I guess Aphmau just didn't want to get carried on. But still, it just... I feel like there could have been an episode about them dropping the cafe or something like that, or giving it to Jean. Like, that could have been a My Street 1.3 episode.
Oh, yeah, season 3.5, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Those episodes are weird. I don't know.
I think it could have been an Aphmau's year, really, because with Emerald Secret, they didn't know that, you know, the whole mindset and outlook at life was going to change at that point. So it would have had to have happened afterwards, because that doesn't make sense to just be like, oh, guess what? We got the cafe back after it, you know, it almost burnt down. Guess it's time to close. No, it'd have to be after that. So during Aphmau's year, when it, you know, she was having to run that and also have to deal with the whole Aaron thing, maybe at that point, leaving it aside, or possibly, you know, giving it to Kawaii-chan to manage. And then Kawaii-chan, of course, her haphazard plan of going to Starlight means that she just gave it to the first person that offered to take it in the meantime, which, of course, could have been the Shadow Knights. And so she's like, of course, Jean-kun, you go ahead and take it. Kawaii has to leave now. Bye. Problem solved.
I don't know, but like, I don't know how I feel about the fact that like there hasn't been much of a direction with this episode. I mean, we're gonna get to the end soon, but there wasn't much of a direction given, which I kind of wish we had a bit of more of a direction where the story was going, like a goal for the main character or something in that regard. Like maybe the main character, I don't know, wants to be the world's most popular model or something like that. I don't know. Something simple.
And quit this agency. Whatever you do, don't stay with this slot. But yeah, you're right.
I feel like something simple to get the overarching narrative going, or like something to tie the series together.
If there even is an overarching narrative, you can do the anime thing where it's just, you know, a bunch of episodes with this collection of group of friends. That is also valid.
Yeah, why not? Just that their lives as neighbors, now they've actually all encountered each other, even though some of them knew each other before and some of them didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of confusing in the episode.
Something along those lines. I mean, yeah, going back to the whole, like, anything being an overarching narrative, like Aiden said, season 1 of My Street was literally just you know, the neighbors as they moved in and they lived their lives, and Aphmau helped them out, and all of that stuff, and then it eventually became a romance plot.
To be fair, season 1 technically did have one overarching narrative of My Street. It's just, in my opinion, that overarching narrative was handled poorly. If you were going to have an overarching narrative, you handled that narrative. That Aphmau handled the Armouth thing poorly because there was little to no indication once My Street actually started, like the proper season started, that it was going to lead into a huge romance drama. I don't know.
For me, that whole thing with the Armouth thing wasn't the main narrative in season 1. For me, it was, if anything, Aphmau, Kate, and Kawaii-chan living together, and having that next step in their friendship, and having to deal with their wacky neighbors and their wacky roommates, in the forms of each other. That for me was the overarching narrative of season 1, and the whole Armouth thing was supplementary to that, and then it eventually became the focus after the end of the season.
I mean, the whole season was building up to Aphmau and Eren getting together, though.
Anyway, we could talk about
You just said
Aphmau.
it wasn't, though.
We could talk about.
Yes, it was. Well,
anyway,
that's what it was aiming. Halfway through, it started becoming that. But
guys,
halfway through.
Aphmau
There we
Lady
go.
love Octagon now.
Okay.
Or the cameraman, after all.
Will you quit mocking me for one mistake?
Just flirt with it.
Your one mistake was coming here in the first place.
Yeah, why would you do this?
Fake
It's weird.
fire me.
Come on. Do it or else I'll mess around and get shots of her.
What? No.
Please.
What? Pause.
I do love the fact that they're saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna get shots of her. She's at a photo shoot. Just have the professionals take the photos.
Also, I had to say, they're in earshot of her, and she is like over there.
They were also in earshot of that one guy who thought that they were newbies, and he was staring right at them.
Hey, it's like it's like werewolf hearing, It comes and
it's
goes.
Even worse. It's even worse than werewolf hearing. It's worse that because also werewolf sight. We're just pairing the two of them together.
Pictures of feet from models these days.
I thought you were gonna say take a picture of her.
Oh no, that.
It doesn't matter. It's bad either way.
That's where I know you're weird.
Screw you. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I broke into your phone. Oh wait, this is a visual error. By the way, okay, so they should have zoomed in the screen to crop that part out. Also, why were you playing Minecraft? You don't see it? Top of the screen.
Oh, you mean the actual tab? Okay.
You're not supposed to show the tab.
You just said that part. I just could have been referring to anything. But yes, now that you do mention that, yes, up at the top.
Yeah, you should have zoomed in the screen just a teensy weensy bit because, like, I don't know, because I noticed in I think it was some Ghost Kitty videos as well where that was shown for Gacha. I mean, Minecraft, you actually get rid of that by going in full screen, like Gacha, but still, that's why my Gacha stuff I purposely zoom in my screen when recording. So I don't know what happened here. I don't know what visual error. It could have been fixed in editing, but it wasn't. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had that. I had that a couple of times in Muse and Girl as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Aiden, visual mistakes that could have been avoided in editing if the person editing this got a little more sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Roll time when editing a video, get sleep.
I know, right? I think I should get a haircut. Wait, not the point. You look nice.
It's a $700 dress on me. Of course I look nice.
You know much?
Okay.
Hey, fanboy! Who let you in here?
And now I run.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
Does this place have
And
no
now
security?
I run. Goodbye. No, they couldn't afford them. They spent $700 on a dress. That was their entire budget for the year.
Thanks, girl.
You're welcome. Now, chop chop, we have a photo shoot.
Ugh!
I feel like the anime faces on the girl. Well, the anime. Honestly, that's what the series needs more of. Anime.
We said before the animated. We said this
I love
before.
anime
The animated faces on. They said that faces on that girl, who, by the way, whose official name in the credits is modeling agency worker. I think. Pretty sure that's who it was.
I thought no, really? No, I think that was the guy who was talking.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right. That was Hot Roblox Man. Yes, I forgot. Okay.
Hot Roblox
Yeah.
Man 6969.
Exactly. That's the one. So yeah. Anyway, so this character whose name apparently is not that is the only one who seems to have like matching voice to facial expressions in terms of that, because again we don't know what order these were done, like body acting first or voice first, but either way something went wrong in terms of that, but we mentioned that already. And now we have panning shot down this time rather than up. Okay,
nice art.
And there's yeah,
I'm just saying there's someone on Alyssa's team that's an artist and they are very talented. I don't know if
and there's someone.
it's Alyssa herself or if it's someone else on her team. It's someone.
I cannot find an art credit on here, so I'm going to assume that it is Alissa. Also because her Twitter literally says Alissa Arts. So you know, why not at that point?
Well, if you made this art, it looks very good. Pat yourself on the back.
All right. Yeah. As for the rest of it, yeah. So we mentioned the editing, we mentioned the visuals. Just to quickly like recap what I was saying about the story. I mean, yeah, overarching narrative obviously can see that become much more clear with later releases. With all the characters in here at once. That's it's like what I said about not super pops, ballroom pops, where only one of them got the emphasis. This time you actually managed to avoid that. I guess really just the major thing in here is just, you know, random.
Get some sleep.
Yeah.
Like,
Get some sleep, but also
sleep.
Yeah. For writing, I mean, like, because that was presumably was not done the same night as was recorded. I sincerely hope.
I hope so. I hope so.
But yeah, in terms of that, I guess the main thing that we seem to pick up on was, you know, random bits of logic going out the window, and also some very peculiar phrases in there. Like, where did half of those come from? And also these interactions. The one thing I'll say about the characters so far is that yes, it's. I commented before the fact that they don't all seem to know each other too well, but from looking at the rest of them, it seems that they do. It seems like a few people haven't met each other, but most of them really have by now. It's kind of hard to say. Oh yeah, who knows who? How did this go?
About that narrative choice, though, about like dropping us into a pre-existing people relationships and stuff already built.
Initially, I praised that. I might have to slightly go back on that. Not entirely. I have to slightly go back on that just because there's so many of them that having all of that established and all of that, and you know, trying to mesh all their personalities at once under the, you know, even though some of them are just essentially baking for no reason. Maybe that needed a bit more time to settle in, or just, you know, having all these people, maybe have some of them move in, not all of them necessarily, but the couple. I don't know if that was. I hope that doesn't sound too cliche just off the bat. Either way, I think that is it. But overall, we seem to have all been intrigued by this.
It intrigues me. It also confuses me, and also get some sleep. Go to bed.
Yes.
I mean, I will say this.
This
was a good start. I think
that wraps it up.
It's a good start, but I need to say this, and I need to say this now. Always come back to your project with a fresh set of eyes later after editing, or else you're going to have a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, either that or just don't cram in, you know, the for 48 hours. Or minus the 5 you got sleep worthy of time to get this done.
Always
One or the
take a break, do something else, and then come back. And you'll notice some mistakes, some wrong music choices. It just is very. It has that new project smell.
Nice, yeah. I guess you could also call that pilot episode smell some way.
Just. It's unrefined. It could use some cleaning up. But other than that, it's good. It's good. I can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. Like a wine that needs to mature in a barrel for just a little bit longer before being served. There we go.
It makes me intrigued for episode 2. I also can't wait to see how you fix some of the mistakes that happened in the pilot, or if you're gonna make, a first episode, that it's a little more cleaned up than this. That's what I'm doing for Monster Compendium, putting out a rough pilot, seeing if there's interest in cleaning it up later, for an official first episode airing.
Yeah, this is labeled as episode 1, so I'm going to guess that it's not going to be changed from what this is right now, but I guess just improved on for future releases.
Messy
Which,
pilot.
from my perspective, also makes a lot of sense, because that way you're not just stuck in one spot for ages and constantly going back and emphasize that. But this is just some stuff to bear in mind for the future. Hopefully, maybe, depends. Up to you. All right. That's it. Now to conclude, we shall answer this last question. Where did Karis learn the word homies from? She taught at a middle school. She was going to learn what words are.
Yeah, she's also an English teacher, so I'm sure she learns about, stuff like that.
I mean, she's not going to teach the word homies in her class.
Yeah,
she might learn it from the class. That was good, I guess. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, kind of
I know,
a random question, though. I mean, just why did you say the word homie? Just
well, yeah, Josh asks random questions like that a lot of the time. Yeah. Just just hasn't done as much. Yeah. Oh, also, one more thing before I forget. The seemingly visual novel style credits of having the 3D renders of all these characters, is that this is a question more thing is that going to come back later? Because
I like it. I kind of like it.
It reminds me of the series Hardpoint from Athena in some regards.
It's a big old Chekhov's rendered gun with pixels. I don't know. Whatever metaphor you want to go for. Okay, that's it for now. So yeah.
It's a Chekhov's battering ram.
There we go. Brilliant. Something needs to be knocked down from it by Act 3. I don't know. Whatever. They already paid for a door being broken. Anyways, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the original video, which is in the description. Look up basically Ghosty and the Best because they are online people with good branded usernames that are easy to find. So go ahead and find them. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell!